Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Nicholas, and today we're playing a game called Oxygen Not Included. Oxygen Not Included is a game about surviving in space with a crew of your own. Let's say we want to survive, yes. And we roll world seed. And you can pick whatever world you want to live on. There are several different types. And ooh, this is interesting. You get a metal rich. Different types of worlds comes with like a different subset of world traits, and every time when you re-roll this, they will get a different subset of the traits. So it's kind of randomized. It's kind of roguelike, right? It's procedurally generated. And oh yeah, it also tells you that how likely is you gonna survive on that planet. You have likely, you have moderate, you have marginal, you have slim, so it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. For oh, what is this? Story traits. Power up a colossal relic from Gravitas Underground Sleep Lab. Critter Fluxomatic. Explore a revolutionary genetic manipulation device designed for critters. Interesting. I think for the first game I play on this channel, I'm just gonna play on the beginner difficulty. And let's start! So the game right now is generating all the stuff it needs for us to be able to play the game. And yes! So now we have a screen where we can pick our starting duplicates, or it's just your crew. I like to have a builder, digger, digger, builder, and a scientist. Let's see, +8, decreased bathroom use speed. So each duplicate, right, they have their own interests. This one, because it is a builder, it is particularly interested in building. This is a digger, it is particularly interested in digging. And each extra excavation or interest point will increase some of their stats. Oh my god, they're just so cute. They also have traits. They have positive traits and negative traits. For example, this particular scientist, she has mole hands as her positive trait. And mole hands is actually +3 excavation. So she gets faster digging speed and heavier attacks. But she's kind of slower to use the bathroom. I like my builders and diggers to be able to build and dig somewhat effectively at the same time. So this negative trait, building impaired, coupled with a builder, is a negative for me. And bottomless stomach. Every day, these duplicants, they need food, right? And on a regular duplicant, they consume about 1,000 calories a day. However, if you get bottomless stomach, it is 150% because it consumes 1,500 calories a day. So that's a no-no for me. I will do some re-rolling here and we'll come back to this. So whenever you're re-rolling, there are two things you're looking for. One is their interest and how it spreads across different interests and the points. Another thing is their traits, particularly their negative traits, especially when you're just starting out. You don't really want some really nasty negative traits. There's a few types of interests spread. There's the single one, there's the triple, but they only have +1 on each of the interests. There's also double. Let's see, can I get that? Ooh, falls asleep. Oh, that's a really bad negative trait. Researching, digging, and cooking. That's cool. That's really useful for a duplicant later on because for each interest they have, whenever they learn a new skill, they require 1 less point per level per skill. So this would save you about, I think, 18 or it's just 6 interest points per interest. I'm not sure. I'm rambling here. Let me keep on doing what I was doing. Oh, right. So, what you want for these duplicates, for the starting duplicates, is that they are really good at what they do. For example, scientists, they're really good at researching. Diggers and builders. Ooh, this is interesting. I might keep this one just as an example. Builders and diggers, I want them to be able to build and dig. And once you have your preferred interests, you also want them to have appropriate positive and negative traits. This is a terrible starting traits. Germ, like it's decreased germ resistance, so they are more likely to get sick. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. I can accommodate these two together with some lights. Digging, tidying, and building. She's really good, except I don't like crop tending, but that is fine. Now, I just need to think of a name, an appropriate name for the colony. I think I'm gonna name this as my favorite show, How I Met Your Mother. And you will be Ted. You will be Robin. Yes, it's a theme, and then the characters, they all get the character names. I mean, the duplicates, right? And you, Mima, you look like the character portrayed by Neil Harris Patrick Young. Wait, what's his name? Neil Patrick Young, I think. Yeah. Barney. There you go. Okie dokie, let's start. I have awoken at the target location, but colonization efforts have already hit a hitch. I was supposed to land on the planet's surface, but became trapped many miles underground instead. Although the conditions are not ideal, it's imperative that I establish a colony here and begin mounting efforts to escape. Okay, cool. So that's our start. And, ooh, you can zoom out. There are some basic tutorials teaching you how to do stuff. And if you zoom out a bit more, oh, I can't. I need a mod. I need a mod to allow me to zoom out a bit bigger. But it is fine. For what we're doing now, this is totally fine. Okay, let's just go through these things quickly. This is a warning saying that you are not generating any oxygen. And this game, it is called Oxygen Not Included. Well, it's a lie. It does include some oxygen. Whenever you see this kind of blue background, that is oxygen. If you see, if you see the color being different, it indicates that it's a different kind of gas. Yeah, coolio. And the second thing is that you have no outhouses built. And the reason why you need outhouses is that your duplicates, need somewhere to relieve them, because every cycle they accumulate 100% bladder content, I guess. Surprisingly, when this whole game just started, like right now, they have a full belly. You don't need to feed them, which somewhat makes sense because right now you actually do have some food. I lied. Sorry. You do have food. I guess that just simplifies the first day. Anyway, basic controls. So you use these things to control. If you need to have a look, have a look. Pause the video and have a look. I won't go through it. It's just very basic. And this is how you do things. Coolios. Let's start. Oh, right. Before we start, let's take a look at this environment and plan out our buildings for the first day. First thing first, they need outhouses. And, oh, I don't have any materials to build them. Oh, but I can open up the menus. You can find outhouses in the plumbing build menu. Another thing you need to build for them on the first day would be their beds. Let me take a look at this thingy and plan some buildings, and we'll come back to this. Right, I made some changes to my game. I installed some functional mods. That's sort of like quality of life improvements for the game itself. However, it does not change any of the game logics. There's no cheats. There's no additional content to the game. It's purely additional to help the game function better. So if you're wondering what kind of mods I have turned on, here they are. I will talk about specific ones when we come to it. Cool. Right. One of them is, I forgot what it's called, but it allows you to zoom out as much as you can. I think horizontally the whole map is about that big, I think. It's about 3 to 5 times of the initial area that you can see. It helps a lot when you're doing like large scale building / planning. Yeah, I love it. The first thing I like to do is, you see how this thing is 8x1. This might be better. 8x1, right? And what I like to do is to get 4 more on each side. So this is 16x1. The first thing I like to do in any kind of Oxygen Not Included games is to build my grid. The grid is to have rooms. Oh, sorry. Not like that. Like that. And like that. So if you check the room size, it will tell you it's about 64 tiles. I like to use 16 as the base for the length of the rooms. It's either gonna be 16 or it's gonna be 32, I think. Maybe 24 sometimes, 24 or 25 sometimes, it depends. Anyway, so this is the grid. And I'll build out a bit more and we'll come back to this. So this is the basic grid. And everything else should be sort of based on that. For example, I have more that allows me to select a part of the area as blueprints. So I can just build things based on my blueprints. So I don't have to like accurately and very precisely to place all my blocks. I can just copy, paste. Very convenient, right? Let's get the other side ready as well. There we go. I think there should be a bit more over on that side, but because We haven't explored this part yet. It can't really like schedule the command into that area. Whatever, right? We have 2 water pockets. Let me think about how do we deal with that. Because if you remember, we want a bathroom, we want a bedroom, and for this particular playthrough, I would like to have like all the living area stuff on one side of the map. However, if you look at the map right now, you can see we have 3 pockets of water, which makes planning this whole thing much harder. Let me think. Plus, you can also see that we have some. This is called a slime biome. It has polluted oxygen, it has slime, and it's the first sort of difficulty you have to deal with. How do you get your duplicants into the area safely without contracting slime lung disease, right? It's a fun puzzle solving survival game, and I really enjoy it. I think, I really want to build everything on one side and then just having them. It's kind of like a building. They all live inside that building and everything they need is in that building. Or as I call it, it's a pod or it's a capsule, maybe a pod, like a stackable pod design for these duplicates. And they only need one side of it. And we can use the other sides for other stuff, for other duplicates, which have different functionalities. Yeah, this is how I play the game. I think too much. I overthink. And this is why I want to play this game, to sort of help with my overthinking pattern. Sometimes you just need to do, you know? If you haven't watched a video by, it's Benedict Cumberbatch. He read a letter from an artist to another artist. If you search Benedict Cumberbatch letter live, you should find that video. It's a great video about sometimes you should stop criticizing and overthinking of your own work and just do. Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the game, thinking and planning, overthinking, and criticizing of my own work. How about let's start some digging, because I think we at least need access to this part. And we need a pitcher pump. All right, we don't have the... Yeah, let's just dig. Let's make this faster. Right. So now we can say, I want a pitcher pump right here. No. I want a pitcher pump right there. And I want this to be the center of my ladder. But don't build that right now. Yeah. Don't need all that. Just need the ladder and the pitcher pump. The pitcher pump is where you get water. Manually, of course. Everything is manual at the very beginning. We also need bathrooms. And also somewhere for them to wash their hands. People, remember what happened 2 years ago? You need to wash your hands every freaking 5 minutes. Yeah. So, wash basins, or as I like to call them, hand wash stations, and also outhouses. Another thing this game offers is a priority system. So by default, the priority is 5 for everything. But a lot of these stuff that I planned just now doesn't have to happen right now. So all this can get deprioritized, including that this part. Ooh, that's not the command I want. So all these, like all the 5s, these are the most important things I want them to do. And this isn't important either. I do want to get them a bedroom. I have an idea. I can either dig up to build them a bedroom, or I can put them here. Put the bedroom for them up here. Let's see. Ka-dong, 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 ka-dong. I always like to build 1 or 2 more beds because you'll get your new duplicate soon. If you haven't played this game yet, you will get a new one very soon. So, right. I want them to build this part first. Coolios. Now we just watch. I have done my planning. They are, even though all this is like priority 1, but they are doing the work. You might be wondering, like, Nicholas, why are they doing the work when I told them not to? Haha, joke's on you, because you didn't tell them that they can do anything else. These are the things, like, they only have access to work on right now. So we could do that and that too. If they need something to do, sure. But if they can work on the priority 5 tickets, tasks, work on those first. Right. Oopsies. I said that I want them to work on those first, but then they ran out of tasks to do. So I'm gonna say, you work on those, and I hope that's good enough. Yeah. Ooh! And we have our first critter. And also, you just saw it. Eating some of the stuff here and pooping out coal. Where's your coal? Anyway. If you click on them, it will tell you that, yes, they eat all these stuff and they poop coal, but only 50%. So I think they eat about 140 kilos of the raw materials if you look like the top of the list. But if you feed them actual food, they need very little. There's a few uses for the critters. One, you can use them for meat. Second, you can use them as a sort of energy-free, very green coal producer. Did I say this is a resource management game? You have like resource producing factories or producers, and you have resource consumers like our duplicates, and how all the buildings require some kind of materials. Anyway. Oh, you can set directions for the wash basin. So whenever they go out, and if they need to wash their hands, they will. So at least now they have somewhere to wash their hands. You might be asking, Nicholas, why are you building them doors? And why are you building a double door? A double door. Sounds like Dumbledore. Doors, they make rooms. Rooms, they give you morale bonuses. For example, if they have a latrine, which is a toilet, which is a fancy word for toilet or restroom, a basic restroom, it will give you +1 morale. And if you build them barracks, which is single bed, no industrial machinery, maximum size is 64 tiles. This is why I like 16 based rooms, right? 64 tiles, whatever. If you build them barracks, which is what this is, with doors, it will become a barracks and they'll get +1 morale. Then you would be asking me, why do they need morales? Well, see, now they have 2 morale and they need morales to get skills without getting stressed. If they get stressed, you have a problem. We'll get to that later. And you might be wondering again and ask me, where does those 2 morale come from? 1, they are duplicate. They have +1 morale by default. 2, there's something called New Hope. Where can I find that? There we go. New Hope is basically you just started, so this is free morale for you for a little bit. It's a time limited morale thing. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of cycle 1, first thing is let me open this door. I like to keep my doors open, generally speaking. Hopefully by the end of cycle 1, they already have bathrooms, so I don't have to worry about that. Right, I need you guys to dig that out, so you guys can finish the doors. By end of cycle 1, they not only have all the rooms they need, plus they're finished. Open this one, open that one, and also, not only they have the toilets and the beds so they can sleep and poop, but also they have the rooms already. Yes, this is a barrack. This is a latrine. Awesome. And we're almost coming to the end of cycle 1. And you might be asking, hey, Nick, why can't you just dig and build and not building any other complicated stuff, or just build the complicated stuff? Well, because you can't. Everything is locked behind the research tree if you want to build more fancy stuff. Did I mention oxygen not included? Like the title is a lie? It is a lie at the beginning. It's provided for limited amount. So soon you'll run out, and then you would want to build some kind of oxygen generator. And this one uses algae to convert into oxygen. However, algae, as you can see, you can dig them out, but eventually you will run out. Then the next question is, how can I get infinite algae? Well, there might be some ways to do it, but there are better ways to generate oxygen. Like you can use water to split them into oxygen and hydrogen, and use oxygen for duplicates, hydrogen for energy. And we will get to that in the future. Yeah. Oh no. Don't lock yourself in that space. Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I think this will probably be the first episode, and we'll come back to this soon, I hope. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye. Oh, right. I forgot. There are two of them. They are afraid of dark. Oops. I need to make a quick change. I need to get them here so they can get the light. Next time. Next time. If you have watched here, I would really want to say that thank you so much for sticking around. I will see you next time. Bye.